What Old Testament story do you feel can be most relatable to today's circumstance?
I feel in today's circumstance, as in you're talking like globally,
Yeah.
like what's going on. Uh, Personally, I've done multiple sermons on this book, and I think that is for one because it applies so much to the people today. But it's the book of Haggai, specifically chapter one. I'll read it. We have time. So starting with verse 2, it says, "This is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. The people are saying the time has not yet come to rebuild the house of the Lord. Then the Lord sent this message to the prophet Haggai. Why are you living in luxurious houses while my house lies in ruins? This is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. Look at what is happening to you. You have planted much but harvest little. You eat but you are not satisfied. You drink but you are still thirsty. You could put on clothes but you cannot keep warm, and your wages disappear as though you are putting them in pockets full of holes. This is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. Look at what is happening to you. Now go into the hills, bring down timber, and rebuild my house. Then I will take pleasure in it and be honored, says the Lord. You hoped for rich harvest, but they were poor. And when you brought your harvest back home, I blew it away. Why? Because my house lies in ruins, says the Lord of Heaven's armies, while you are busy building your own fine houses. I think I'll stop there. But the idea of Haggai is basically the Israelites are currently just like worried about themselves.
Yeah.
They're just getting back. Yeah, this is right when they came back from exile. Like, we get back in Israel. This
Yeah.
is so exciting. We go back to our homes. Let's rebuild our houses. Let's get back into the flow of things. And Haggai's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Look at the temple.
Mm,
This is our priority,
yeah.
right? And so I believe it happens today. How it applies today is I think so many, even Christians, we're so focused on ourselves. We're
Absolutely.
like, I'm going to uh, make sure I have all the money I need, and then I'll tithe what I have left. When that's just not how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be, right?
Jesus says that if we seek first God's kingdom, then
Yeah,
all of what we worry about is going to be added on to us. Like
mhm. So
if
good.
you put God on the back burner, there, you're not gonna
Uh,
you're not prioritizing Him. You're prioritizing yourself.
yeah, and so I just think that's so uh, current. Is like we're all like I understand taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesus also says, "I will provide for you."
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
why are we so worried about giving God our first, giving God our best? Right. This I think it was last week. Pastor Kirk's sermon. It was basically he had two tables set up with fruit on it. Right. The one table it had like 9 bananas, 9 watermelon, 9 of a bunch of different fruits, and the other table had one of all the different fruits. And we're showing like this is what you get, but you just have to give this, and if you give this, now you're going to get that all the time, every as long as you keep giving this. But it just shows you like I can live off that, right? I can afford to give this up.
Yeah.
You don't need all of this just to have this. But he was saying like the different options is you can choose to just keep everything and now and just be settled with that, or every month you get this fresh stock of fruit, you get this fresh stock of fruit, but every time you give this tenth, now you're replenished in full for the next month. And it's it's investing
Yeah.
is a way.
No. Exactly.
It's an easy way to see it. Is it's investing.
Yeah. You're investing in your heavenly reward.
Jesus says, "When you give to me, I will provide for you,"
Yeah.
and that's it's not some hidden meaning behind it.
Yeah. No.
It's like a
It's
physical.
it's straight value right there. Face value.
uh And so I just feel like a lot of Christians today they have a hard time seeing that. They're like,
Absolutely.
"Look at all this fruit I have.
Yeah.
What give 10? Wait, let's just make sure I have enough fruit. Like at the end of the month, if I can give all this, I'll do it." It's like
And then they get to
just
that point, and they're like, "Better save for next month."
yeah. It's like now you have extra few fruit in this example, right? And it's like now you eat extra fruit.
Yeah.
If you decide, oh, this is all mine, and anything left over, I'll give to God. Now you're gonna just eat more
Yeah.
because of that. But if you set this part away, and now you have that, that is plenty to live off.
Absolutely.
And that's that's a thing I feel like most Christians miss today.
For sure.
So I would say again, like the book of Haggai, I feel like just represents today very well.
Yeah.
in
I
my
feel like that
opinion.
also kind of like attributes to like self-sufficiency. Like we
Mhm.
by not giving, we attribute to ourselves as being self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Like it's also like how ungrateful we are today for what we have. Like if you're looking back in like the Old Testament time, people were if they didn't have a good crop, they were starving. Like nowadays, if our garden fails, we go to Walmart and get tomatoes. Like it's not the end of the world. But so
Yeah.
like we take that for granted so much,
Mhm.
and we forget to give back for what we've gotten.
Mhm.
But